Welcome everybody to the 5 o'clock news. Today I'm here with my colleague Yago Zas. Hello Yago.
Hello Bruno, today we are going to talk from the most hard-hitting sport news to our daily interviews.
Now we leave you with some national news about the COVID-19 that will affect globally the economy. To talk about this, we have Ariana and Ainhoa.
Hello, today report in the national news, me and my mate Ariadna are going to inform you about the future situation in terms of transport and vacation for the summer, as well as the restrictions that are necessary for preventing the pandemic. The first topic to talk about is the transport industry. On trains, buses, and subways, there used to be a lot of people and little space. This made it a critical point for the spreading of the pandemic. It is for this reason that the virus will have a large number of consequences in this industry. It is believed by experts that transport agencies will reduce their total supply of operations by at least 50%. This fact will bring a great economic impact to this sector, even leading to a crisis, because the use of public transport has been reduced at 90%. Due to these critical circumstances, some restrictions need to be taken in order to improve our country's situation. First of all, it is extremely important to maintain some distance between each other. In addition, the number of people who can use the public transport at the same time will be reduced. Furthermore, the use of masks is very recommended. Now, my mate Ariadna is going to inform you about the future situation in other commercial sectors.
Hello, continuing with the theme of the national news, today I'm going to continue to explain what's going to happen this summer. As we all know, the Spanish economy is going through a rough time during this pandemic and it will continue to have a rough time during this year. So until next year, most travel agencies, hotels and summer activities will have to be cancelled. The government is trying to make everything as safe as possible, but as we all know, now they're starting to open restaurants, cafeterias, and minor commercial areas that you will be able to use during all the summer and the rest of the year. This summer, you may have to avoid traveling to other countries or regions. You want to stay home and safe and avoid people. You could use these commercial areas, but use the safety rules and avoid travel airplanes, airports, train stations, etc. With all of this being said, I hope that the information provided by Ainhoa and by me has been useful, and we will continue with more information and updates in the next program. Thank you.
Wow, that was very surprising.
Thank you very much Ariana and Ainhoa. Now that we know all the news at a national level, we're going to see all the news at an international level.
These days there has been many scientific debates to try to find a cure for the coronavirus. Labs all over the world have been researching, and today we've got many different hypotheses. Firstly, we're going to start with the Russian investigators. We've traveled there to gather information about it.
In Russia, they believe that with baking soda, lemon, vitamin C, and zinc, they can kill the coronavirus. But they also think that washing your hands is useless. They have also been promoting certain drugs, such as the common anti-flu Memantine and omega-3 pills. However, in America, they have also found a different cure.
In the US, however, the best president we've ever had and also the smartest has declared having reached a solid hypothesis. This consists in drinking bleach and injecting disinfectant. The inhabitants of the White House said that if we wash our hands with disinfectant to eliminate the virus, and it does it, contrary to what the Russian government thinks, why cannot do the same but inside the body? Many US citizens have entered the hospital because of the advice of President Trump. However, in Southern Europe, it's generally thought something different. We've gone to Spain.
In Spain, it has been said that smoking and drinking alcohol is the best and most effective way of killing the virus. And there are also rumors that baby wipes can eliminate the virus, but this is obviously fake news, as when they are used to change a baby's diaper, it cleans the area, but it does not eliminate the virus nor the bacteria. There have also been found other cures in Brazil.
Brazilian President Bolsonaro has communicated the latest findings by Southern America's science. To encourage people to believe in Brazilian science, he infected himself and eliminated the virus the way the scientists from Brazil propose. He set off on a journey in jet ski all around Rio de Janeiro to leave the virus behind, because they think that the only effective way to eliminate the virus is accelerating and reaching a high speed, because it will be left behind.
Nobody knows from where did this virus come from, but there are different ideas. For example, Tasuku Honjo from China believes that the COVID is artificial, because if it was natural, it wouldn't have affected places that don't have the same temperature as China. For example, it wouldn't have gotten to Switzerland. It is also believed that it comes from China, that someone ate a bat that carried the virus, and later it started spreading everywhere.
We are back in the US because the greatest president we've ever had believes in the invention in a lab of this virus. He thinks that the guilties are the Chinese. However, in Europe they are saying that this cannot be possible because they haven't seen anything made in China that lasted so long.
Let's see those gossips.
Thank you, boys. After this way large information review, we are going to pass to a section a bit more spicy, presented by Arte and Alejandra, that are going to talk about some famous people gossips.
Oh, good morning, Gossip Caribbeans. Today we are going to review the latest news from our favorite worldwide celebrities.
So, if you want to stay tuned, turn up the volume, get a drink, and continue watching.
Let's start by discussing a more serious subject than we normally do, coronavirus. You're probably tired of hearing about this illness, but did you know that Madonna donated $1 million for the vaccine after overcoming it? She also contributed due to the sudden death of one of her closest friends, who had been in treatment for 5 weeks.
Related with the epidemic, Justin Bieber and Ariana Grande had released their first collaboration together since 2015. Accompanied by a video where the singers do things we have never seen them do before, such as cook, box, or even make their own masks. Many other celebrities appear, such as Michael Bublé, Demi Lovato, Jaden Smith, or Kylie and Kendall Jenner. All the net proceeds from the track will be donated to the First Responder Children Foundation. The money will also fund scholarships of children and frontline workers whose lives have changed by the COVID-19 pandemic.
In addition, fans of the diva have noticed the presence of Dalton Gomez at the end of the video clip, his alleged new boyfriend with whom he would carry dating for months, according to American tabloid TMZ. In fact, Grande and Gomez are quarantining together, as it appeared on her Instagram story. What a lovely couple, don't you think so?
Demi Lovato also confirms her relationship with Max Enrich after a blunder in his Instagram live. The superstar offered him a blanket without realizing that thousands of viewers were seeing her.
She really put her foot on it. Talking about relationships, Cara Delevingne and Ashley Benson have recently broken up. What a pity.
Last week, we talked about the rumors that Gigi Hadid and Zayn, the ex-member of One Direction, were expecting a baby, and both have confirmed it. Fans also think that they are engaged.
They have finally managed to settle down and focus after having numerous ups and downs since 2015. On the other hand, as we already know, Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom are having a baby. Katy wants to share this with everyone. So, last Saturday, 4th of April, she revealed the baby's gender in the most tender way possible. The singer posted a picture on her Instagram where she said, "She's a girl surrounded by hearts."
In this period, everyone has opened up about relationship, mental or health problems, and even pregnancies. Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner are expecting a baby.
Also recently made a confession Charlie D'Amelio after receiving thousands of hurtful comments from their hater. This young lady has suddenly become a worldwide celebrity, although many people don't think she deserves that much fame. And they make sure she's aware of it. Yesterday she posted a TikTok where she completely exposed herself and let everyone know how this situation made her feel.
Another TikTok star, Addison Rae, posted a tweet where she said that she was tired of people criticizing her weight and body shape.
Hope you enjoyed and thanks for watching.
See you next week with more gossip.
Bye!
Okay, thank you girls, that were a lot of absorbing gossips.
Thank you, Art and Alejandra. Now we go on with some ads. We come again in few minutes.
Come on, David, you have to go. Give them congratulations.
Just for one time I don't buy.
Okay, don't worry, but you have to go.
Jacob!
Oh, David.
Congratulations.
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no.
A glass?
No, just
Okay. So a coffee then.
thank you. So what then, Jacob? Aren't you going to close after this?
I won't close. Now that they are going to give me tips. Look at their happy faces.
Pay me now, please, Jacob. How much is it?
21, David.
21 pounds for a coffee.
No, 1 for the coffee and 20 for this.
Oh, Jacob. Thank you very much.
Hey,
my God, we hit the
jackpot! Yes! Look at it, look at it!
We're stuck in quarantine until they find a vaccine for the COVID-19.
We miss their hugs and kisses, also their faces and voices. Wish this period of time quickly ends.
Under this kind of pressure, there is no greater pleasure than drinking Coca-Cola with your friends.
Hello, we're back on the 5 o'clock news to tell you all the breaking and recent news you need to know to keep up to date. We leave you with Alicia and Irene.
First of all, we are going to hear an interview to Lily Reinhardt and Camila Mendes, two famous actors that appear in Riverdale.
Today, in Channel 4, we are interviewing Camila Mendes and Lily Reinhardt. So girls, how are you?
I'm great, thanks for asking.
Excited to be here. Some of your fans have been asking which is the next movie you are going to make. Well, I have recently made a new film called Dangerous Lies, so you should all go and see it on Netflix.
While I was filming our show Riverdale, I also was working for the movie Hustlers, which came out in 2019.
Now, tell us a bit about yourselves.
Well, I was born in Virginia in 1994, and my first job was in a IKEA commercial.
I was born in Cleveland, Ohio, the 13th of September of 1996. My first interpretation was at the age of 14 for the short film For Today.
Now, we would like to know your multiple nominations.
I was nominated more than one time, but the most important ones were the People's Choice Awards of the Drama TV Star of the Year, also for the People's Choice Awards for the Female TV Star of the Year, and last but not least, I was nominated for Shorty Award for the Storyteller of the Year.
I was nominated several times, but the most remarkable ones are the one that I shared with Lily in the favorite TV star of the year twice, and also for the scene stealer and for the TV actress in drama of the year.
And what about your latest show, Riverdale, which caused a great impact in your teen spectators?
Yes, in my opinion, it's a great show based on a comic book that most people will enjoy. I strongly recommend watching it.
It was an honor for me working with such an amazing cast. In a few days, we all had a powerful connection, and it was a wonderful experience.
We have prepared a little game called Most Likely To, which I suppose you already know about.
Now let's begin. Who's most likely to jump in a parachute?
Lily.
Cami.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
Well, alright. Who is most likely to have always been the heartbreaker?
Cami.
Probably me.
Who's most likely to be a drama queen?
Lily.
Both of us.
Who is most likely to do weird things in public?
Both.
Lily and Cami, I think both of us.
Who's most likely to get married first?
I don't know.
Lily, obviously. Who is most likely to kill someone by accident?
None of us.
Well, Lily. Just kidding.
Both of us are very pacific.
That's all for today.
Thanks to you guys for inviting us.
It has been a pleasure.
Okay, now we leave you with some sports in the hand of Diego and Felipe that are going to talk about some of the recent sport results.
Girls, that was a really good interview. That notice we were all waiting anxiously to see again the sports with our friends as always.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new sports session. I'm Diego and this is Felipe.
Football trainings are now ready and Real Madrid player Luka Jovic has broken his foot while training at home and won't be able to assist trainings all year.
How bad? Basketball trainings aren't planned yet, but we know that teams are willing to start training, as the league wasn't cancelled for all teams. Only the first 8 teams of the ranking league will be allowed to play for the league, behind closed doors. The rest of the teams, although they are not playing anymore, they can start to train.
As to not professional training, facilities will decide whether or not they will open to any publics. Outdoor sports will be now reduced to the municipality that you reside in, and it has to be individual sport. Wearing a respirator is recommended, but not required.
The elections to the presidency of the Royal Spanish Football Federation were cancelled, so Luis Rubiales will continue being the president for a while. His main opponent, the ex-goalkeeper Iker Casillas, has announced that he understands the cancellation and he doesn't mind having to wait.
Spanish athlete Roy Rodriguez has donated thousands of handmade respirators to all hospitals who didn't have enough. What a hero.
And that was today's sports session. Thanks for watching. We return the connection.
That was really great, guys. After this short break, we leave you with Guido and Jago, our weathermen.
Hello, welcome to the weather forecast. Today, I'd like to start with some wonderful images of the lunar eclipse, visible yesterday along the southern coast of Africa. Now, as we can see, this was the global situation these last days, and we can appreciate how the hot air pushes these high pressures, leaving quite high temperatures along the south and west of the country, as this cold air escapes through the west, provoking some light showers. Here we can see how this anticyclone and low pressures will continue blocking squalls and fronts for the next days. So, as we said before, the temperatures will rise in some parts of the peninsula, leading to a general situation of high temperatures. Also, because of all this movement, the weather will be a bit unstable, and as my partner will explain, we are receiving lots of hurricane alerts, so we recommend not to forget your umbrella. Have a nice day.
Now we're going to see a series of images sent by some viewers from Madrid, thanks to Malva Rodríguez, from Santiago de Compostela, thanks to Milagros Pérez, from Segovia, thanks to Ángel Sanz, and from Pozo Blanco, thanks to Lucía Márquez. Moving on to talk about the weather, we can see that in the northwest of Spain it is going to be mostly cloudy. It will also be rainy in the Cantabrian area. In the Ebro Basin, the Mediterranean coast, and the center and south of the Iberian Peninsula, the sun will predominate. The Canarian and Balearic Islands inhabitants will also enjoy a sunny weather. Now I am going to give some information and advice about the climate change, which is one of the biggest problems humans face to save the planet. It is true that there have been other climate changes before this one, but they all elapsed much more slowly. It is important to make a difference between the global warming and the climate change, because the first one is the cause of the second. If we want to fight against it, we have to do it all together, recycling, reducing and reusing, as well as avoiding to use transport that emit greenhouse gases. That way, we would be able to avoid very important problems, like the emission of CO2, the fusion of polar caps, and the whole of the ozone layer. That's all for today. We hope you like it.
This is the end of our program. We hope you have enjoyed. Remember, we transmit every 5 p.m.